This case happened at India where a person created a WhatsApp group called Friends. On 29 March 2020, one of the group members posted a video containing child sexual abuse material, which is child pornography. The person who uploaded the video became the main accused, and the WhatsApp group admin was also charged as accused number 2. The court had to decide, can a WhatsApp group admin be held criminally responsible simply because someone else in the group posted illegal content? The court essentially said that simply being an administrator of a WhatsApp group does not automatically make someone criminally liable for content posted by other members. The court cancelled all criminal proceedings against the WhatsApp group admin. The person who actually posted the illegal video remained accused, but the admin was removed from the case because there was no evidence linking him to the crime because the admin did not upload, share, download, store or transmit the video. This is Canteen ethics to our WhatsApp case study. While the court killed the admin of legal liability, Canteenism focuses on duty and goodwill, arguing that we must do what is morally right regardless of the consequences. Even without legal guilt, the admin still holds a clear moral responsibility. The first formulation is universal law. We must ask if ignoring a harmful video could be accepted as a rule for everyone. If every admin did this to avoid inconvenience, online trust and community safety would break down entirely. The second one is humanity as an end. Kant demands we treat people with dignity, never as a mere means. By leaving the video up, the admin failed to respect and protect the victim's reputation from ongoing harm. The last one is kingdom of ends. Admin actively set the ethical standard for their digital communities. Turning a blind eye creates a culture where online abuse is tolerated.
Next, I will explain this case study from the perspective of utilitarianism. So, utilitarianism is an ethical theory introduced by Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill. This theory focuses on the consequences of an action rather than the intention behind it. According to utilitarianism, an action is considered ethical if it creates the greatest benefit or happiness for the greatest number of people. In this case, the main question is whether the WhatsApp admin should take action after a harmful or defamatory video was shared in the Residents Association group. From a utilitarian point of view, the admin's decision should be judged based on which action creates more positive outcomes for the community. If the admins ignore the harmful video, many negative consequences can happen. The victim may experience embarrassment, emotional stress, and online harassment. At the same time, false information may continue spreading among the residents and create conflict within the neighborhood. Even though the admin avoids the inconvenience by staying passive, the overall harm can cause to the victim and the community becomes much greater. However, if the admins remove the content quickly, the damage can be reduced. It helps protect the victim, prevents misinformation from spreading further, and also maintains peace within the WhatsApp group. So, utilitarianism would support the admin taking action because it creates more benefits and reduce harm for the majority of people.
Now, let's look at this through the lens of social contact theory. Think of a WhatsApp group as a small digital society. According to philosophers like Thomas Hope and John Locke, we choose to live in organized group because we want peace and security. In exchange for that safety, we agree to follow certain rules. And in our case, the Resident Association Group is a community built on mutual respect. When someone posts a harmful video, they are not just sharing a post, they are breaking the social contract by destroying the safety members' expect. While the admin didn't create the video, their role is to be the guardian of the contract. They have a moral obligation to protect the group order.
Virtue ethics is a critical and rational thinking on how a person perceive or react towards something like action, thought, or habit. Ethical person rooted deeply with their behavior with others, whether they blend in well on their own. Morality also should achieve human flourishing by a practical wisdom. In this case, the virtue of vigilance and responsibility, we think that admins should be able to set boundaries and not become passive in order to prevent unnecessary conflict. However, the admin in this case failed due to no immediate action towards the posting. Next, the courage and justice in this case. Court ruled that admin is innocent due to lack of correlation. However, this does not mean a right and ethical for the admin. The admin still failed due to his lack of virtue.
The ethical impact of ignoring harmful content creates a dangerous moral void. This not only destroys community trust, but it also weaponizes passivity, allowing online abuse to go unchecked. The actionable recommendation to prevent this, we recommend 3 key action. First, remove harmful content immediately upon awareness. Second, establish clear group rules. And third, empower members to share responsibility. Taking this step moves us from passive bystander to ethical community leaders.
The ethical implications of this case affect not only the victim but also the entire community. If harmful content is allowed to spread freely, the WhatsApp group may slowly become a toxic environment. The residents may lose trust in the group and become afraid to participate in discussion. Over time, harmful behaviors such as spreading rumors or defamatory content may become normalized. To reduce this problem, utilitarianism supports several recommendations. So first, the admins should remove the harmful content immediately once they become aware of it. Second, clear group rules should be established to prevent the spread of humor, harassment, and also offensive content. Besides that, members should also be encouraged to verify information before sharing it in the group. Lastly, having multiple admins can help improve moderation and reduce the risk of harmful content remaining in the group for too long. So in conclusion, even though the admin may not be legally responsible for the post, utilitarianism believes that taking action is still ethically important because it protects the well-being of the large community.
Now, this issue brings us to the implication from social contact theory perspective. If an admin sees harm happening and chooses to do nothing, the entire community suffers. Trust breakdowns. If members don't feel safe, they stop participating and the group loses its purpose. However, we also have to talk about the fairness. Social contact theory is big on justice. Is it fair to throw an admin into the jail for something someone else did? The Kerala High Court said no, and the theory agrees. Holding one person responsible for another independent choice would be a disruption to the justice process and might stop anyone from ever wanting to be a community leader again. So, how do we gonna fix this? We need to strengthen the digital contract. First, I recommend a digital community charter. This is a clear pin message that tells everyone exactly what is allowed and what isn't. Second, we should not leave all the pressure on one person. By having multiple admins, we ensure that moderation is fair and transparent. Finally, we need to move from passive observing to active participations. Members should be encouraged to report harmful posts to the admin team immediately. This makes everyone responsible for keeping our digital neighborhood safe and respectful.
The next one is the implication and recommendation for virtue ethics in this case. So the first one is the rise of access, overboard surveillance. Frankly speaking, if administrator try to ensure that every single message is being seen individually, it will go overboard and it will be seen as oppressive. To proofread and investigate every single message will give a bad impression to the community towards the admin. This virtue ethics require a practical wisdom to reach a golden mean, which is in between too careless or too overboard. The next one is erosion of communal good, eudaimonia, which is the community will excel if they do check and balance, and they grow. So, for the administration failure, there is called a virtue of courage, which is being displayed wrongly. So the community will collapse and it will destroy the harmony for a healthy and ethical infrastructure. The next one is the recommendation for the situation based on virtue ethics, which is the first one is appoint a full-time moderator to find the golden mean. This means that all information and message will be vigilanced by a dedicated moderator that will see the message and post based on the censorship set by the administrator. This responsibility will show how their approach is an ethical way and it will satisfy both parties. The next one is promote, justify, and clear standards. Administrator must establish and enforce explicit guidelines from the beginning. Example, give rules, certain censorship and certain situation that can be posted and cannot be posted. This, by consistently and implement these norms, it will foster predictable atmosphere so the members can engage in a harmony and safe interaction.